Hi, my name is Eric Massa, and like many of you, I'm sure we were up late watching the results of the New Hampshire primary. But this morning as I was watching the news, I saw where, for the first time in 7 years, President Bush was trying to make up for lost opportunities and 7 years of dormant foreign policy engaging in diplomatic action in the Middle East. Unfortunately, he took this opportunity to call attention to his worldview by calling out the Iranians and saying that they were a threat to world peace. Now, I'm not here to tell you that the Iranian regime is either coherent, makes sense, or is not a threat to world peace, because frankly I think they all are. But I think we can agree that the one way to make it worse, the one way to heighten tensions, to misuse the diplomatic power of the United States of America, is to go before the people of the world in that audience and do what the president's doing. In fact, we were all reminded of this over the weekend, just a few days ago, when irregular units of the Iranian Navy acted very provocatively against U.S. naval vessels in the Straits of Hormuz, a critical economic choke point in the Persian Gulf. I credit and give a great deal of respect to the young commanders and the sailors and the officers on those warships for not engaging and swallowing the bait of the Iranian irregular military forces and firing on them, although the tapes that I have seen clearly show that they were being provoked and that those craft were in fact threatening those U.S. warships. Luckily, cooler heads prevailed. One of those heads is obviously not in the White House. And the reality is that we need a higher standard of leadership in Washington, both in Pennsylvania Avenue and in Capitol Hill. You see, Congress has been infected by a large number of road-blocking rubber stampers who refuse to stand up to George Bush and instead would rather sling mud and call names across the aisle instead of embracing the will of the American people and moving forward both in foreign policy, in critical economic activity that has to happen before this country falls into a deep recession from which we will all pay a price to recover. So I call upon you to return here once in a while. I'm going to use this format in the future to directly reach out so you can hear and see that I mean what I say and I say what I mean, both with respect to a clear voice on ending the war in Iraq and bringing our troops home now, on decisive domestic action that provides health care access for all Americans, does what's necessary to save our economy from 7 years of Bush abuse, and addresses all the other problems that we have amid the excitement of the next 300 days as we head towards the general election. I hope the new year found you and yours with family and friends, and that the holiday season found good health and prosperity in your households. Thank you very much, and looking forward to talking with you again soon.